Okay, so we're going to put the fondant on the cakes. So again, just sort of the same idea. Dust your table with icing sugar. We have, it says 280 in the book, but we're going to use 250. Okay. Get it nice, pliable. Okay, we're going to get it started into a nice round shape because we're doing a round cake here. We're going to apply the alcohol. So it adheres. Nice, make sure everything is very clean because we're working with the white fondant again. Put a little bit of icing sugar on top. Keep it in that round circle. Hillary, can I wear that pin? So if you find that you have a couple of sort of black marks or whatever coming from your rolling pin or from whatever else, just get a small pin and take that out. And if you have a hole later on in your cake, you could just fill that in with royal icing. Okay, usually I keep it on my chef's jacket, not where we'll be working because you don't want it to get into anything. Still have some more in there, so we'll take that out. So that's going to leave a little bit of a deeper hole. So again, we're going to have to make sure that we fill that with royal icing after. Take off the excess. Okay, it's sort of the same idea as we did with the other one. Okay, just lifting up as you go around. And as you can see, we did it with the marzipan. We had quite a bit of excess, so it's a little harder. So the less excess you have, the better it is. So lift and turn as you're going along. So this is very important you get this nice and smooth, especially if you're doing a wedding cake, well, any cake. You want to always have your cakes quite nice. And you're going to go around. And like I said, that mark there, that's from the pin that I took out. Once I put some royal icing on there, I just put a little bit of royal icing, put it on, and you won't even notice that. Okay? And then I get a smoother, and you have to watch when you're smoothing it. It is very important that you smooth it. But you could buy some that are made for cakes. I don't want to pay extra money, so I have one of these just for my cakes. And you have to make sure there's no marks on it, or else it'll mark your fondant. Okay, and then I just go around. Okay. If you also find that you have any air bubbles in it, you have to take, sometimes you'll have a big lump there with an air bubble, you have to poke that out, that air bubble, get that air out, or else bacteria starts building up in there, and then someday you might come in and all of a sudden you see, it looks like somebody punched the side of your cake. That's from the bacteria that you didn't get all the that air out of there. Okay? Good.